Good evening, and welcome to Sleepy Night Channel. Tonight, we drift into the study of human bones, with the intricate scaffolding that allows for every quiet movement and the deep mineral storehouses that nourish our internal world. For now, there is nothing you need to do. Just get comfortable and listen. Soft bell chimes and gentle ambience stay with us throughout, quiet and steady. If you'd like more calm bedtime episodes, you can like the video or leave a short comment below. It helps this channel reach others who need something quiet at night. Now, let's begin. Within the stillness of this moment, there is a quiet strength holding you together. This strength comes from the human skeleton, an internal foundation that is as much a part of your life as the air you breathe. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we consider the silent architecture within your own body. One idea is that our bones are not merely structural supports, but active parts of our very being. Evidence suggests that they act as a physical history of our lives, changing and adapting to every step we take as we move through the world. Now imagine the weight of your body being held so effortlessly by this internal frame. As we drift a little deeper, we begin to see how this hidden foundation provides the very shape and grace of our existence. Let your jaw unclench. We often think of bone as something unchanging, yet it is constantly in a state of quiet renewal and growth. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our physical form is a masterpiece of balance and protection. By returning to this simple picture of our inner selves, we can find a deep sense of security while the day fades a little more. Another quiet detail is how the skeleton serves as the vessel for our strength. It is the protector of our most delicate internal rhythms, remaining steady and supportive while you rest. And with that in mind, let the weight of the day rest as we prepare to explore further. There is a profound calm in knowing that your foundation is strong and your path is clear. Imagine the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you sink into your bed. This movement is guided by the flexible cage of the ribs, which shield the heart while allowing for the natural rhythm of your breath. Scientists think that this design is one of nature's most perfect examples of engineering. It provides a space where life can thrive in safety, tucked away behind a barrier of quiet, solid minerals. For a moment, let that idea rest. We are simply here to observe the wonders of the human form as it remains steady and supportive throughout the night. Take another slow breath and feel the ease spread through your limbs. There is a deep comfort in the structural integrity of your being, a constant presence that never asks for your attention. As we drift a little deeper, we might begin to see the skeleton as a single flowing journey through time. It is the quiet anchor of our physical existence, grounding us in the present moment while holding the stories of our past. This is the foundation of being, the silent partner in every breath and every dream. It is the quietest part of us, yet it speaks volumes about the resilience and beauty of the human experience. Now imagine the texture of a single bone, smooth and cool like a stone found in a quiet stream. Yet, within that smoothness is a complex network of life, a structure that is both light enough to allow for movement and strong enough to withstand the pressure of the world. It connects back to the very minerals of the earth, a bridge between the world outside and the life within. This connection is what allows us to stay grounded, even as our minds begin to wander into the soft edges of sleep. Take a slow breath and feel that grounding sensation in your heels and your hips. There is a profound sense of safety in this internal support, a structure that has been refined by nature over countless generations. As we prepare to look closer at the silent architecture of the skeleton, let your body become even heavier. The journey has only just begun, and the path ahead is as soft and predictable as the turning of a page. Imagine, for a moment, the incredible design of the human skeleton as a silent architect working in perfect harmony. It is a masterpiece of natural engineering, balancing strength with lightness in a way that no man-made structure can truly replicate. Evidence suggests that our bones are designed to withstand incredible amounts of pressure while remaining flexible enough to absorb the impact of our daily movements. This balance is what allows us to move through the world with such grace and ease, even when we are not aware of the complexity beneath the surface. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we consider the silent architecture within your own body. The skeleton is more than just a frame. It is a dynamic system that constantly shifts its weight to maintain our equilibrium. One idea is that every bone is placed with such precision that it creates a structural map of our physical potential. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our bodies are built for both endurance and rest. As we drift a little deeper, we can appreciate the quiet efficiency of this internal blueprint, standing strong without effort. Let your jaw unclench. Let the day fade a little more as we focus on the steady support that exists within you at every moment. Now imagine the way the long bones of the legs support the entire weight of the torso with minimal strain. These pillars are hollow in the center, a design that makes them incredibly light yet remarkably strong, much like the arched bridges that span wide rivers. Scientists think that this unique combination of minerals and collagen is what gives bone its resilience. It is a living material that responds to the forces applied to it, growing denser where support is needed and remaining light where flexibility is key. And with that in mind, feel the weight of your own legs as they rest heavily against the surface beneath you. There is a profound calm in knowing that your physical form is so well constructed, designed to carry you through life with quiet confidence. Another quiet detail is how the skeleton serves as a guardian for our most vital organs. The rib cage, for example, is not a solid wall, but a flexible series of protective arches that expand and contract with every breath you take. If we return to that simple picture of the silent architect, we see that every curve and every joint has a specific purpose. It is a journey of structural integrity that has been refined over thousands of years to provide the perfect home for the human spirit. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to do. Just get comfortable and listen as we explore the hidden wonders of this internal world. As we drift a little deeper, consider the spine, a central column of small interlocking bones that provide both stability and movement. It is the anchor of our posture, a gentle S-curve that balances the heavy skull above and the solid pelvis below. It connects back to the idea of balance, a theme that repeats throughout the entire skeletal system. Everything is connected, everything is supported, and everything is exactly where it needs to be for you to find total relaxation. For a moment, let that idea rest. You are held by a structure that is ancient, wise, and incredibly strong. Imagine the texture of the bone once more, a lattice work of minerals that looks like delicate lace under a microscope. Yet this lace is what keeps us upright, what allows us to reach for the stars and walk upon the earth. This is the silent work of the skeleton, a constant presence that requires no thought or effort from your side. It is simply there, a steady foundation that allows you to let go of the day and sink into the softness of the night. And as we prepare to look further into the living core of these bones, let the silence of the room wrap around you like a warm blanket. The architect has finished its work for the day, and now it is time for the structure to rest in peace. As we drift into the study of how we understand our inner frame, we find that bones are like quiet archives of a life well lived. Scientists think that every ridge and every smooth surface on a bone tells a story of the paths we have walked and the movements we have repeated. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our history is not just in our memories, but written into our very foundation. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we listen to the echoes of knowledge stored within. Evidence suggests that by observing the density and shape of these structures, we can understand the quiet habits of the past. One idea is that the skeleton acts as a living record, capturing the essence of our physical journey through the world. Now imagine the patience of those who study these forms, looking for the subtle clues left behind by time. As we drift a little deeper, we realize that we are learning to read a language that is silent, steady, and profound. Let your jaw unclench. Let the day fade a little more while we appreciate the deep wisdom held in the stillness of your own body. Another quiet detail is how the chemical makeup of our bones reflects the very environment we have inhabited. It connects back to the minerals of the earth, showing how we are constantly exchanging elements with the world around us. If we return to that simple picture of the skeleton as a record keeper, we see that nothing is ever truly lost. Every moment of strength and every period of rest has left a gentle mark on the architecture that supports you. Take a slow breath. There is a great comfort in knowing that your body remembers how to support you, even when your mind is ready to let go. And with that in mind, consider how these observations help us understand the broader story of humanity. By looking at the echoes in the bone, we find connections to those who came before us, sharing the same structural blueprints and the same capacity for resilience. For a moment, let that idea rest. We are part of a long, unbroken chain of life, all supported by the same clever design of calcium and light. Now imagine the soft glow of a laboratory where these details are gently uncovered. It is a place of quiet focus, where the mysteries of the human frame are respected and treated with the utmost care. This is how we know the strength of the human spirit, by seeing the physical evidence of its enduring home. It's a journey of discovery that brings us closer to understanding the miracle of our own existence. As we drift a little deeper, feel the way your shoulders drop away from your ears. The knowledge we gain from our bones only reinforces the fact that you are built to be exactly where you are right now. Take another slow breath and feel the weight of your head on the pillow. You are a living library of experiences, held together by a framework that is both ancient and perfectly suited for this very moment. Now, as we drift a little deeper, we look past the hard, protective surface of the bone to the quiet world hidden inside. At the center of your largest bones lies the marrow, a soft and vital tissue that serves as the cradle for your life's blood. It is here, in the stillness of the living core, that your body performs the miraculous task of creating new cells. Every second, this hidden nursery is hard at work, producing the red and white cells that keep your internal world balanced and strong. Take a slow breath. Let your jaw unclench as you realize that your body is constantly renewing itself from the inside out. Scientists think that this process is one of the most efficient systems in nature, where life is forged in the quiet safety of a mineral fortress. By observing how these cells travel from the marrow into the rest of the body, we understand how deeply connected our foundation is to our vitality. And this connects back to our earlier thought that bones are not just static pillars, but active participants in our health. They are the silent source of energy, providing the very elements needed to sustain the rhythm of your heartbeat and the clarity of your mind. There is nothing you need to solve right now, while we imagine the soft, pulsing energy within this protected space. The day is fading, and the work of the marrow continues quietly and steadily without any effort from you. Another quiet detail is how the marrow also stores important fats and minerals for the body to use when needed. It is a reservoir of potential, a quiet storehouse that ensures you have everything you need to wake up refreshed and renewed. As we drift a little deeper, feel the comfort of this internal life-giving system. You are supported by a framework that is literally breathing life into your veins, even as you rest in the soft embrace of the night. Imagine the intricate network of blood vessels that weave through the bone, acting as a gentle highway for these new cells. It is a system of constant flow and movement, hidden away behind a solid barrier that keeps everything secure and protected. Evidence suggests that our bones are far more porous and alive than they appear to the naked eye. If we return to that simple picture of a living core, we see that the skeleton is a vibrant part of our biology, thriving in the dark and quiet corners of our frame. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to do, just let the warmth of this thought spread through your body as you settle further into your bed. One idea is that the marrow even helps our bodies communicate with our immune system, sending out signals when it is time to heal or protect. It is another way of seeing the same idea, that our bones are the guardians of our well-being, working tirelessly while we dream. For a moment, let that idea rest. The marrow is the quiet heart of the bone, a place of soft transformation and endless possibilities. As we move through the journey of the living core, notice how your breathing becomes even slower and more rhythmic. You are in sync with the natural cycles of renewal that take place within you, a steady and calming pulse that never wavers. And with that in mind, let the day fade a little more. The strength of your bones is matched only by the softness of their center, a perfect duality of nature that keeps you whole. This is the miracle of the living core, a journey into the very essence of what makes us human. It is a quiet story of creation, told in the language of cells and minerals, whispered in the stillness of the night. Beyond the silent strength of the frame and the life-giving marrow at the center, we find that our bones serve as vast, quiet reservoirs for the minerals that fuel our very existence. They are like ancient internal vaults, holding on to the essential elements that keep the delicate chemistry of our blood in perfect, restful harmony throughout the night. Specifically, these structures act as a primary storehouse for calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that are vital for the energy of every single cell within your body. One idea is that the skeleton functions like a living bank account, constantly making small deposits and withdrawals of these minerals to ensure your heart and muscles can perform their duties without a single thought from you. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we consider the deep mineral wealth that resides quietly within your own frame. Scientists think that this exchange happens so subtly and so constantly that we never feel the quiet shift of elements moving from bone to blood. Evidence suggests that this fluid movement is what allows the human body to stay resilient and adaptable, maintaining its balance even when the world outside is in a state of flux. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our physical form is a masterpiece of multifunctional design where every part has multiple roles to play in our survival. This connects back to our earlier thought of the skeleton as a silent architect, one that not only builds the house, but also ensures the pantry is always full and well stocked. As we drift a little deeper, imagine these minerals as tiny glowing grains of stardust tucked away safely within the dense lattice of your internal framework. For a moment, let that idea rest, allowing yourself to feel a deep sense of security in the knowledge that your body is a self-sustaining world of its own. Let your jaw unclench and let the day fade a little more into the background. There is a profound calm in recognizing that you are built from the same elements that make up the earth beneath you and the stars far above your head. Another quiet detail is how the body prioritizes the use of these minerals, ensuring that the most vital functions are always supported first. If we return to that simple picture of a mineral reservoir, we see a system of incredible intelligence, managing its resources with a quiet wisdom that has been refined over millions of years. Now imagine the slow, steady pulse of your circulation as it interacts with this mineral storehouse. It is a journey of constant nourishment, a soft and rhythmic flow that carries the building blocks of life to exactly where they are needed most. And with that in mind, feel the weight of your body becoming even more grounded and heavy. You are supported not just by the hardness of bone, but by the richness of the minerals that give those bones their enduring quality and their vital purpose. Take a slow breath. There is a deep comfort in the structural integrity of your being, a constant presence that provides for you even while you are deep in sleep. Scientists think that this ability to store and release minerals was one of the key developments that allowed complex life to thrive on our planet. It is a quiet mystery of our evolution, a hidden advantage that we carry with us every day, tucked away behind the smooth surfaces of our skeletal frame. As we move through the journey of these mineral reservoirs, notice the way your mind begins to follow the slow pace of your internal chemistry. Everything is slowing down, settling into a rhythm of conservation and restoration that will last until the morning sun begins to rise. This is the hidden abundance of the bone, a story of storage and support that never ends. It is a quiet testament to the resilience of the human form, a structure that is as rich in resources as it is strong in its foundation. Now imagine the coolness of those minerals, stable and unchanging, providing a solid anchor for the more fluid parts of your being. It connects back to the very earth we walk upon, a reminder that we are part of a much larger cycle of elements and energy. Take one more slow breath and feel the ease that comes from knowing you are well provided for. The mineral reservoirs are full, the architecture is steady, and the night is yours to enjoy in total, peaceful stillness. Now imagine the quiet spaces between your bones, where the art of connection takes place. These are the joints, the elegant hinges and pivot points that turn a rigid frame into a fluid and graceful form. Evidence suggests that the smooth cartilage covering these joints is one of the most frictionless surfaces in existence. One idea is that this natural padding allows for millions of quiet movements over a lifetime, maintaining the ease of your body while the day fades a little more. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now, while you feel the joints of your hands and feet becoming heavy and still. Supporting these connections are the ligaments, strong and flexible bands that guide your movements like the subtle rigging of a ship. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our ability to reach, to hold, and to rest is made possible by these silent bridges. Scientists think that the complexity of a single joint, like the knee or the shoulder, is a testament to the balance of our physical world. Another quiet detail is how the body produces its own lubrication to keep these connections moving with silent efficiency. And this connects back to the pillar of support we explored, showing that strength is nothing without the freedom of movement. As we drift a little deeper, notice how every joint in your body is now invited to let go of its work. Let your jaw unclench. There is a profound sense of security in knowing that your foundation is both strong and incredibly fluid. If we return to that simple picture of the articulating skeleton, we see that every interaction between bones is a moment of cooperation. This cooperation ensures that your movements are soft and predictable, much like the rhythmic turning of a page. Now imagine the weight of your shoulders sinking further into the mattress as the tension releases from every connective fiber. For a moment, let that idea rest, acknowledging the quiet labor of the ligaments that have held you together throughout the day. Another quiet detail is how the fluid within our joints acts as a shock absorber, protecting the bone while allowing for a smooth glide. Evidence suggests that this system is self-regulating, keeping the internal environment quiet and steady while you find your way towards sleep. Take a slow breath and feel the relaxation spreading through your hips and your knees. There is nothing you need to do, just get comfortable and listen as we appreciate the hidden mechanics of your rest. As we drift a little deeper, we might consider how these connections are the very thing that allows us to find a comfortable position. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that the skeleton is designed not just for action, but for the profound stillness of the night. One idea is that the subtle alignment of our joints during sleep helps the body to recover and prepare for the day ahead. This connects back to the theme of renewal, showing that even in our quietest moments, the art of connection is at work. And with that in mind, let the day fade a little more as your limbs become heavier and more relaxed. The joints have completed their tasks, and now they are simply the quiet anchors of your physical ease. For a moment, let that idea rest and feel the gentle pulse of your circulation around each connection. It is a journey of fluid motion that has now arrived at a place of total, unmoving peace. Scientists think that this state of deep relaxation is where the connective tissues do their best work of restoration. If we return to that simple picture, we see ourselves as a series of beautifully aligned points, resting in perfect harmony with the world around us. Take a slow breath. There is a deep comfort in the structural integrity of your being, a constant presence that never asks for your attention. This is the art of connection, the silent partner in every breath and every quiet shift of the night. It is the quietest part of our motion, yet it provides the very foundation for our rest and our recovery. Now, imagine the protective cradle that houses your most precious and delicate thoughts. The skull is a marvel of biological architecture, a series of curved plates joined together in a way that provides maximum strength without excess weight. Evidence suggests that these plates are not a single solid block from birth, but rather a collection of sections that gradually find their permanent home as we grow. One idea is that this flexibility during early life allows the brain to expand and settle within its natural guardian before the structure becomes a solid, quiet fortress. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we drift closer to the quiet protection of your own form. Another quiet detail is how the facial bones create specialized chambers for your senses, shielding the eyes and ears in deep mineral alcoves. It connects back to the theme of the silent architect, building a fortress for our awareness so that we can interact with the world in safety and then retreat into the stillness of the night. Scientists think that the density of the bone varies across the skull, offering thicker protection where it is needed most. As we drift a little deeper, we see that this structure is the ultimate guardian of our identity, preserving the quiet space where our dreams are formed. Let your jaw unclench and feel the tension leaving the muscles that surround this protective cradle. There is a profound sense of security in knowing that the center of your consciousness is held in such a steady and durable embrace. If we return to that simple picture, we see the jaw as the only movable part of this structure, allowing for the soft rhythms of speech and breath. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that even our most protective structures allow for the necessary flow of life and the gentle movement of the air you breathe. Let the day fade a little more. There is no effort required to hold yourself together. The architecture of your cradle is doing that work for you, silent and steady. Within the depths of the skull reside the smallest bones in the entire body, hidden away in a quiet chamber of the ear. These delicate structures translate the vibrations of the world into the soft sound of silence, helping you drift further into the peaceful edges of this night. For a moment, let that idea rest. You are held within a design that is both ancient and perfectly adapted to keep you safe and comfortable while you sleep. And with that in mind, notice how the weight of your head feels supported and light all at once. The cradle of the skull is a masterpiece of balance, resting atop the spine with a quiet grace that requires no conscious thought. It connects back to the very minerals of the earth, as these protective plates are rich in the same elements that form the mountains and the stones. This grounding thought reminds us that we are part of a larger, steady world, even as we close our eyes and prepare for rest. Moving from the large protective structures of the torso and skull, we now shift our focus to the smallest wonders within our frame. These tiny structures are the quiet poets of the skeletal system, translating the vast world into delicate experiences and precise movements. Deep inside the ear, hidden within a specialized chamber of the temporal bone, are the three smallest bones in the entire body. Known as the malleus, incus, and stapes, they are often compared to a hammer, an anvil, and a stirrup due to their unique and purposeful shapes. Take a slow breath. Let the day fade a little more as you consider the incredible precision required for these tiny bones to function without a single thought from you. Scientists think that these three bones work in a perfect, unbroken chain, vibrating in response to the air around us to bring sound to our consciousness. It is another way of seeing the same idea, that even the smallest parts of our foundation have a profound impact on how we perceive our daily existence. Another quiet detail is how the stapes, the smallest of all, is no larger than a single grain of rice. Yet, without this tiny mineral anchor, the music of the world and the gentle rhythm of this very narration would remain a quiet mystery. Moving away from the head, we look to the intricate and beautiful dance of the bones in your hands and feet. Each hand contains 27 individual bones, a complex map of carpals and phalanges that allow for the most delicate of touches and the strongest of grips. Let your jaw unclench. There is nothing you need to solve right now while you imagine the softness of your palms and the quiet strength of your resting fingers. Evidence suggests that the arrangement of these small bones is what gives us our unique ability to create, to write, and to interact with our surroundings with such nuance. It connects back to the theme of the silent architect, who designed the hands not just for survival, but for the graceful expression of the human spirit. Your feet, too, are masters of small-scale engineering, with 26 bones working together to balance your entire weight as you move through the world. These tarsals and metatarsals form a natural arch that acts as a powerful spring, absorbing the energy of every step you have taken today. Take another slow breath. Feel the weight of your feet as they rest now, finally free from the burden of movement and the constant pull of gravity. One idea is that these small bones are among the most evolved parts of our skeleton, allowing for the fine motor skills that define our quiet habits. As we drift a little deeper, we can appreciate the quiet dedication of these tiny structures that have supported every reach and every quiet step. If we return to that simple picture of the small wonders, we see a world of microscopic perfection hidden within our limbs. They are the quietest workers in the skeletal system, often overlooked, yet they provide the detail that makes our physical journey so rich and meaningful. Imagine the way your toes can wiggle in the darkness, a small reminder of the life and flexibility that exists in even the furthest reaches of your frame. This connects back to the mineral reservoirs we spoke of, as even these tiny bones are storehouses of strength and history waiting for the morning to rise. For a moment, let that idea rest. There is a deep comfort in the knowledge that every inch of you, from the largest bone in your leg to the smallest in your ear, is cared for and supported. As we prepare to leave these small wonders behind, let the relaxation spread from your fingertips all the way to your toes. The journey through the skeleton is a journey toward total stillness, where every bone, no matter its size, is finally invited to rest in the quiet of the night. As we drift into the quiet rhythm of our internal world, we come to a realization that is both surprising and deeply comforting. We often think of our bones as finished structures, like the pillars of a temple that remain unchanged for centuries. Yet, evidence suggests that the human skeleton is never truly finished, but rather in a state of constant, gentle renewal that mirrors the cycles of the moon and the tides. Imagine for a moment that your body is a garden that is being quietly tended by invisible hands while you sleep. These hands are the specialized cells that work in perfect harmony to ensure your foundation remains strong and healthy. Scientists think that over the course of about 10 years, nearly every part of your skeletal frame is replaced, atom by atom, in a process so subtle you never feel it happen. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we consider the silent work being done within you. Let your jaw unclench and feel the ease that comes from knowing you are always being renewed, even in the deepest moments of rest. In this journey of renewal, there is a beautiful balance between two types of specialized cells that work like a quiet team of artisans. One group of cells, often thought of as the shapers, gently clears away older mineral deposits to make room for something fresh. This is not a process of wear, but a necessary step in keeping the structure resilient and capable of supporting your life. The second group, the builders, follows closely behind to lay down new layers of strong, flexible minerals. They work with incredible precision, weaving a lattice of collagen and calcium that is both light and enduring. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our strength is not found in being rigid, but in our ability to grow and adapt to the passage of time. As we drift a little deeper, imagine this process happening right now in the quiet darkness of your own limbs. While you lie here in total stillness, your bones are participating in a slow and rhythmic dance of transformation. There is a profound sense of peace in this knowledge, a reminder that you are never static, but always moving toward a state of perfect balance. Take a slow breath. Let the day fade a little more as we focus on the steady support that exists within you at every moment. There is nothing you need to do. Just get comfortable and listen to the story of your own internal renewal. One idea is that this process of renewal is guided by the subtle forces of gravity and the movements we make throughout the day. When we walk, or even when we breathe, the pressure on our bones sends a signal to these quiet cells to reinforce the areas where support is needed most. Even now, as you rest, your skeleton is absorbing the quiet lessons of the day and preparing you for the soft light of tomorrow. Another quiet detail is how this renewal process changes its pace as we move through different stages of our lives. In the early years, the builders work with great speed, creating a framework that grows and expands with every passing season. As we find our way into a more settled rhythm, the process becomes more about maintenance and preservation, a slow and steady polishing of the foundation that has carried us so far. If we return to that simple picture of a living archive, we see that our bones are not just storing minerals, but also the very essence of our resilience. Every time a bone heals or strengthens, it leaves a microscopic signature of its ability to overcome and endure. It connects back to the theme of the silent architect, who designed a system that doesn't just survive the world, but learns from it. For a moment, let that idea rest. You are a masterpiece of self-repair and quiet persistence, held together by a structure that never gives up on its mission to support you. Take a slow breath and feel the weight of your body becoming even heavier as you sink into the mattress. Evidence suggests that our emotional and physical rest plays a significant role in how efficiently this renewal takes place. When we enter a state of deep sleep, the body can focus its energy on these internal projects, working without the distractions of the waking world. By allowing yourself to drift into this peaceful state, you are giving your silent builders the perfect environment to do their best work. Imagine the texture of the new bone being formed smooth, vibrant, and rich with the minerals of the earth. It is a material that is both ancient and brand new, a bridge between the physical world and the life that flows through you. This connection is what allows us to stay grounded, even as our minds begin to wander into the soft edges of sleep. Now imagine the quiet spaces between the cells where this transformation occurs. It is a world of microscopic beauty, where every element is in its right place and every action is purposeful. There is no urgency here, only the steady and predictable flow of nature taking its course. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now while we appreciate the hidden mechanics of your rest. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears and feel the tension melting into the silence of the room. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that rest is not just a lack of activity, but a vital part of our growth. Just as the forest floor renews itself in the quiet of winter, your body uses these hours of stillness to refine and reinforce its core. We are part of a long, unbroken chain of life that knows exactly how to heal and how to thrive. As we move through the journey of constant renewal, consider how your bones have protected you through every season of your life. They have been the silent witnesses to every joy and every challenge, providing the steady anchor that allowed you to move forward. And now, in the stillness of the night, they are being rewarded with the quiet care they deserve. Another quiet detail is how the minerals within our bones are constantly being exchanged with the rest of the body. This flow ensures that every cell has what it needs to function, creating a sense of internal harmony that radiates from the center outward. It is a journey of fluid motion that has now arrived at a place of total, unmoving peace. Take a slow breath. There is a deep comfort in the structural integrity of your being, a constant presence that provides for you even while you are deep in sleep. You are held by a design that is ancient, wise, and incredibly strong. Scientists think that the more we understand this process of renewal, the more we can appreciate the intelligence of the human form. It is a system that doesn't require our permission or our conscious effort. It simply happens, driven by the same natural laws that govern the stars and the seas. There is a profound calm in recognizing that you are built from the same elements that make up the world around you. As we drift a little deeper, let the day fade a little more until it is nothing but a distant memory. The work of the builders and the shapers continues in the background, a soft and rhythmic pulse that keeps you whole. You are in sync with the natural cycles of renewal that take place within you, a steady and calming presence that never wavers. If we return to that simple picture of a quiet house being renovated at night, we see that the structure is always becoming better, stronger, and more suited to its purpose. This is the story of your bones, a story of constant improvement and unwavering support. Take another slow breath and feel the ease spread through your limbs as you settle further into the night. Now, imagine the light of the moon filtering through a window, casting soft shadows across the room. Just as the moonlight gently touches everything it sees, the process of renewal touches every corner of your skeletal frame. There is nothing you need to do, just let the warmth of this thought spread through your body as you drift toward the edge of a dream. This is the miracle of the living core, a journey into the very essence of what makes us resilient. It is a quiet story of creation, told in the language of cells and minerals, whispered in the stillness of the night. And with that in mind, let the day fade a little more, knowing that your foundation is being cared for with the utmost precision. Take a slow breath. Let the day fade a little more. There is nothing you need to solve right now. As we prepare to look further into the widening perspective of our skeletal history, feel the weight of the day rest as we prepare to explore further. There is a profound calm in knowing that your foundation is strong and your path is clear. The renewal of bone is not just a physical act, but a symbolic one, reminding us that we always have the capacity to start anew. Every morning you wake up, you are supported by a frame that has been quietly updated and reinforced while you slept. It is a gift of the night, a silent promise of strength and stability for the day ahead. As we widen our perspective, we begin to see that the silent architecture within you is not just a biological wonder, but a collection of elemental travelers. One idea is that the very calcium giving your bones their strength was forged billions of years ago in the heart of a dying star, a legacy of ancient light that now resides in your frame. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now while we consider your connection to the vast and quiet cosmos. If we return to that simple picture of a mineral reservoir, we see it as a beautiful bridge between your body and the history of the universe. These minerals have journeyed through space and time, shifting through the soil and the seas to eventually find a home within your skeletal structure, providing the quiet weight that grounds you to the earth. Evidence suggests that our bones are a chemical map of the planet, acting as a silent record of the world's own transformation and growth over countless ages. As we drift a little deeper, imagine the atoms of phosphorus and calcium as tiny glowing remnants of stardust tucked safely away in your limbs. Scientists think that every human carries this celestial heritage, a physical link to the same forces that created the mountains and the deep, silent trenches of the ocean. Let your jaw unclench. Let the day fade a little more as you feel the heavy, comforting presence of these ancient elements resting within you. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that we are not separate from the world, but made of its very essence. The minerals in your bones have existed for eons before they became part of you, and they will continue to exist in different forms long after this night has passed. There is a profound sense of peace in this continuity, a feeling of being held by a cycle that is much larger and older than any single day's worries. Now imagine the Earth itself as a massive skeletal frame, with its rocky crust and mineral veins acting as the foundation for all life. Just as your skeleton supports your quiet movements, the Earth's structure supports the movement of the tides and the shifting of the winds. This connects back to the theme of the silent architect, showing that the same laws of balance and integrity apply to the smallest bone and the largest mountain. Another quiet detail is how the isotopes within our bones can tell the story of the water we have shared with the planet. By returning to this simple picture of our inner selves, we can find a deep sense of security, knowing that we are a part of the Earth's long and steady memory. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to do, just get comfortable and listen as we drift through the history of the elements that hold you together. For a moment, let that idea rest. You are a living library of the universe, a vessel for materials that have seen the birth of galaxies and the cooling of the Earth's crust. As we drift a little deeper, notice how your breathing becomes even slower and more rhythmic, matching the ancient and patient pace of the minerals within you. Scientists think that the stability of our bone structure is a reflection of the stability of the natural world. Evidence suggests that by observing the ways bones interact with their environment, we can learn about the resilience of life across millions of years. It is another way of seeing the same idea, that your foundation is built on a legacy of endurance that has survived through every era of time. Imagine the deep, dark layers of the Earth, where minerals are formed over millions of years of heat and pressure. These same processes are what created the building blocks of your skeletal frame, giving you a strength that is as old as the world itself. Let the day fade a little more until it is nothing but a distant memory, replaced by the quiet and steady presence of your elemental core. Another quiet detail is how the human skeleton connects us to all living things that have ever walked, swam, or flown across this planet. We share the same mineral blueprints with the creatures of the past, a silent thread of continuity that runs through the history of all life on Earth. If we return to that simple picture, we see ourselves as a single beautiful note in a long and peaceful symphony of existence. Take a slow breath. Let your body become even heavier, sinking into the mattress as you feel the gravitational pull of the Earth on your ancient minerals. There is a profound calm in recognizing that you are built from the same stardust that makes up the moon above and the ground beneath you. As we drift a little deeper, consider how the elements in your bones are part of a never-ending cycle of exchange with the environment. They are borrowed from the Earth, used to build a life of strength and grace, and will eventually return to the earth to become part of something new. This is the widening perspective of our being, a journey that extends far beyond our own lives and into the infinite reach of time. And with that in mind, let the weight of the universe feel like a warm, protective blanket. You are not just a person resting in a room, you are a collection of cosmic history, finding a moment of perfect stillness in a vast and beautiful world. There is nothing you need to solve, for the minerals within you have already solved the mystery of how to endure. Imagine the silence of deep space, where the stars burn with a quiet and steady light. That same quiet intensity resides in the structure of your bones, a hidden glow of elemental power that supports you every night while you dream. Take one more slow breath and feel the ease spread through every inch of your frame, from the top of your skull to the tips of your toes. One idea is that our bones are the most permanent part of us, the part that remains as a witness to our presence on this planet. In this widening perspective, we see that our skeleton is our most enduring gift, a structure made of stardust and earth that carries our story forward. Let the silence of the night wrap around you, knowing that your foundation is as steady as the stars and as grounded as the mountains. As we prepare for the final stage of our journey, feel a deep sense of gratitude for the elements that have gathered to form you. You are a masterpiece of time and space, a quiet architectural wonder resting in the soft embrace of the night. The day is gone, and the world of minerals and light is all that remains, steady and supportive until the morning returns. As we reach the final stage of our quiet journey, the human skeleton rests in total stillness, acting as a profound anchor for the body and the mind. We have traveled through the deep mineral vaults and the living nurseries of the marrow, and now we return to the simple reality of your own physical presence in this room. Every one of the 206 bones within you is now invited to let go of its supportive role, allowing the mattress to take over the work of holding you. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to solve right now as we drift into the widening perspective of total relaxation. Your foundation is steady and your internal world is in perfect, quiet harmony. One idea is that the skeleton is most present when we are most still, a silent partner that remains loyal and supportive even when we are not aware of its presence. Evidence suggests that this structural integrity provides a psychological sense of safety, a hidden knowledge that we are held together by something ancient and incredibly strong. Let your jaw unclench and feel the ease spread through the bones of your face and your skull. As we drift a little deeper, we consider the 100 quiet truths we have gathered about the human frame. These observations are like soft echoes in a large, empty hall, reminding us of the complexity and beauty of our own existence. It's another way of seeing the same idea, that our bodies are not just machines, but living landscapes of mineral and light. Now imagine the weight of your spine, that central pillar of support, sinking inch by inch into the softness of your bed. Each vertebra is a small, quiet island of strength, resting in the sea of your muscles and skin. There is no effort required to stay upright anymore, as the night invites you to become horizontal and heavy. Scientists think that the deeper we sink into this state of physical surrender, the more efficiently our internal systems can perform their silent tasks of renewal. While you rest, the mineral reservoirs are being replenished, and the living core is breathing new life into your circulation. It connects back to the theme of the silent architect, who designed the body to thrive in the quiet hours of the night just as much as in the brightness of the day. Another quiet detail is how the bones of the hands and feet, those small wonders of engineering, are now completely still. The 27 bones of each hand and the 26 of each foot have finished their dance for today. They are like small, smooth stones at the bottom of a clear, dark pool, resting in perfect equilibrium with the world around them. For a moment, let that idea rest. There is a profound calm in knowing that your foundation is strong and your path is clear. Let the day fade a little more until the only thing remaining is the rhythmic rise and fall of your ribcage, protecting the heart and lungs in a cradle of mineral grace. If we return to that simple picture of the elemental stardust within us, we see that we are grounded to the very history of the earth. The calcium in your limbs is the same calcium that forms the white cliffs and the deep sea floors, a constant reminder of our connection to the larger cycles of nature. This connection is what allows us to feel safe and supported, even as our minds begin to wander into the soft edges of sleep. Take a slow breath. There is nothing you need to do. Just get comfortable and listen to the fading sound of the day. You are held by a structure that is ancient, wise, and incredibly resilient. As we drift a little deeper, imagine the silence of the minerals themselves. Bone is a material that knows how to wait, how to endure, and how to remain steady in the face of time. By aligning our own pace with the slow, patient rhythm of our skeleton, we can find a level of peace that is as deep as the earth itself. The journey through the human skeleton has been a journey through the very center of our being. We have seen how the hard exterior protects the soft interior, and how the smallest details provide the greatest freedom. And with that in mind, let every lingering tension in your frame dissolve into the darkness of the room. Now imagine the soft glow of your internal world, where every bone is illuminated by a gentle, steady light. This light represents the energy and the life that resides within the hard mineral walls of your frame. It is a light that never goes out, a constant presence that guides you through the night and into the morning. Evidence suggests that our bones are the most enduring part of our physical story, a legacy that remains long after everything else has faded. In the stillness of the night, we can appreciate this permanence and find comfort in the fact that we are part of something that lasts. Take another slow breath and feel the grounding sensation in your heels and your hips. One idea is that sleep is the time when our bones and our spirits truly become one. As the mind lets go of its thoughts, the body settles into its structural truth, resting in the quiet embrace of the natural laws that govern all things. There is no drama here, no urgency, only the steady and predictable flow of the night. If you are still awake, you can subscribe to Sleepy Night channel for more calm night journeys like this. As we approach the final moments of our exploration, let the silence wrap around you like a warm blanket. The skeletal frame is at peace, the minerals are settled, and the living core is quiet. You are exactly where you need to be, supported by the finest architecture that nature has ever produced. That was 100 calm facts about human bones. Now the sound will continue for a while, so you can fall asleep. Good night.